Hi, Nick. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Coffee Break with Catsurveys. Today, we're going to talk about the health and safety and wellbeing management of Catsurveys. It's a great achievement for an SME business like Catsurveys to be awarded ROSPA Gold for the second consecutive year, despite all the challenges that COVID has presented. Can you outline the areas that the assessment highlighted as being really strong in our submission?
Yeah, within this year's submission, it was extremely hard because obviously there was sections in there with regards to the COVID pandemic response, and the evidence provided by ourselves for the communication of the business was extremely strong. We set out from the beginning having weekly COVID business updates, whereby we wanted to communicate what we was doing as a business in response to the challenges set by us, the government, and obviously our clients as well. So having that opportunity on a weekly basis to communicate effectively with the team, giving them the opportunity to raise questions and concerns that they had throughout the year, and we continue to have those meetings on a weekly basis. That was an extremely strong point throughout our submission, was the communication with the team.
With COVID creating so many extra health and safety challenges over the last year, what are the key things that Catsurveys have put in place to ensure that all employees are able to work safely?
Yeah, firstly, ensuring that we only undertook work whereby we could assure the team that it was necessary to undertake the work. So we were fortunate enough to work for clients that had key worker status due to the environment that we work in. We wouldn't undertake works unless it was absolutely necessary, and that key worker status was able to be provided from the client. And obviously, once that was in place, it was then risk assessment, method statements, assessing the tasks required, along with the environment that we was working in, whether it was in a rural setting or urban setting, just ensuring that we had that dialogue with the team. They formed part of that whole risk assessment and method statement process, because ultimately those team members were out in the field actually undertaking our survey works and were exposed to the conditions out on site. And more so, again, it was being able to reassure the employees that if they were working away from home, we provided the best accommodation available that was COVID secure and using the supply chain effectively. So really it was just ensuring that the whole team, both remotely and site-based, felt that they were being listened to, and suitable measures were put in place to ensure their safety throughout this pandemic.
Reflecting on our health, safety, and wellbeing focus and performance, what are you most proud of from the last year?
This is an easy one for me, and I've said on many occasions over the last year, our team's response and behaviours has been nothing short of exceptional. The way that they consider each other's individual well-being, and understanding sort of like the pressures that were put on, has been fantastic. But also, sort of like any business performance measure, can only be positively impacted by a team effort. The team as a whole, from the commercial, the finance, to the operational team, the SHEC and support, IT, every single team member has played their part, and that has then ensured that our performance has maintained extremely high level. And that is really the focus for me, is that we continue to live our core value as a business, where we don't compromise on safety. So having that at the forefront with any operational works or work that we do within the business, until we've passed that first core value and that measure, then we're able to proceed on to that. So again, I just reiterate, I'm extremely proud to be part of this team, and because they display absolute superb behaviours towards the health, safety and well-being of themselves and others.
And thinking about the year to come, what are the focus areas going to be for Catsurveys to maintain such a higher standard of health and safety?
Yeah, and the drivers going forward, Jodi, is going to be focusing on the mental health and well-being of our team. We talk very much about health and safety going forward, but the way the dynamics of the world have changed, and both sort of like within our office environment as well as our site environment, where that closeness within an office space and people working together in that area is going to be reduced. So it's the impacts of what that has on people's mental well-being. I mean, ensuring that we have the platforms to be able to assist and support our team members, which we do through the benefits that we provide in the business. but it's really reinforcing in that, and then just getting people to again communicate and open up, and being able to do that in a comfortable environment. That is a virtual meeting or a one-to-one meeting. It's been able to say that if things are struggling and finding things a bit tough, is that we have the right platform to be able to speak open and honestly about that, whoever it is and regardless of where they are, and how we address it and push forward. So that for me is going to be, or the business is going to be, one of our main focuses over the next 12 months.
Yeah, I think that especially the last 12 months have shown that the mental health side has definitely affected a lot of people, a lot more with lockdown and everything. So it's great to hear that even though we are coming out the other side of that, it's still going to be a focus for the business to look after everyone's well-being and mental health.
Absolutely, because again, having people that are in the right frame of mind or being able to assist people when needed is absolutely key to having that engaged and productive team who's able to then meet the challenges that's put before them. And I'm sure even after the restrictions that are spoken about at the moment are being lifted, I honestly believe that the fallout of the pandemic will be with us a lot longer than what we envisage.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you for your time today, Nick. It's been a great discussion, and I will see you soon, hopefully.
Lovely. Thank you very much indeed, Jodi. Have a great day.